Hello and welcome everybody to the channel. Today I want to share a very interesting message with you. I want to share the story with you on what Moses did to de-stress. The next day, Moses took his seat to hear the people's disputes against each other. They waited before him from morning till evening. When Moses' father-in-law saw all that Moses was doing for the people, he asked, "What are you really accomplishing here? Why are you trying to do all this alone while everyone stands around you from morning till evening?" Moses replied, "Because the people come to me to get a ruling from God. When a dispute arises, they come to me, and I am the one who settles the case between the quarreling parties. I inform the people of God's decrees and give them His instructions." "This is not good, Moses. You are going to wear yourself out, and the people too. This job is too heavy a burden for you to handle all by yourself." Guys, listen up. Moses, the one who was used by God, literally, to part the Red Sea, and it seems that this is too heavy for him. This is too heavy for you, and you are going to wear yourself out, the father-in-law says. Now, Moses, for a second, he could have just become too proud. Like, are you saying that this is too much for me? But Moses didn't do that. So his father-in-law says, "Now listen to me, and let me give you a word of advice." So we live in a generation when someone says advice, we are like, you think you can give me advice? Right? We don't even want to hear the word advice. But that's not the way it should be. So listen to what his father-in-law says. "Let me give you a word of advice, and may God be with you. You should continue to be the people's representative before God, bringing their disputes to Him. Teach them God's decrees and give them His instructions. Show them how to conduct their lives. You should continue to do what God called you to do. But select from all the people some capable, honest men who fear God and hate bribes." So his father-in-law literally says, assign the work to the people that you can trust, people who fear God. Appoint them as leaders. Right? Sometimes we think that we can do it all. We end up doing assignments that was not assigned to us, and we kind of get overworked, worn out, and super stressed out, right? So this is not just only for ministry. This sometimes also applies in everyday practical life. We try to do everything ourselves and we get worn out, right? So let us trust others with the work that God is assigning them to do, and not steal their assignments as well, right? So it says, "They should always be available to solve the people's common disputes, but have them bring the major cases to you, Moses. Let the leaders decide the smaller matters themselves. They will help you carry the load, making the task easier for you. If you follow this advice, and if God commands you to do so, then you will be able to endure the pressures, and all these people will go home in peace." So always take the advice that you receive to God. And when you feel that it's right with your spirit, receive the advice. So it says here, Moses listened to his father-in-law's advice and followed his suggestions. Now that's a wise man. He chose capable men from all over Israel and appointed them as leaders over the people. He put them in charge of groups of 1,000, 150, and 10. These men were always available to solve the people's common disputes. They brought the major cases to Moses, but they took care of the smaller matters themselves. Also remember to ask God to show you the people that you can trust. Always let us be humble to receive advice, to humble ourselves and submit to each other, respecting one another in the body of Christ, and working together as a team for Jesus.